What's up, guys? This is Alex with Unlock Your Wellness. Today's video, we're talking about thiamine supplementation and why thiamine might not be giving you the results that you want in achieving your health goals. So let's get into it. So thiamine is a really powerful nutrient, and these two versions, these two supplements of thiamine are profound, really helpful for a lot of people. That would be benfotiamine and TTFD. They can be very helpful for rebuilding the nervous system and production of energy. And that is because thiamine is necessary for rebuilding the myelin sheaths on all of your nerves. It's an enzyme for other B vitamins. It helps to reduce the total lactic acid load. And lactic acid is a byproduct of improper energy production. So, you can solve for that by having more thiamine in your system, producing better energy as a result. And that helps to decrease and eliminate the excess lactic acid that you might have. But especially important is how thiamine is helpful for fixing and balancing dysfunction of the autonomic nervous system, as you can see in this amazing book by Dr. Derek Lonsdale. So people love thiamine. Thiamine can be helpful for a lot of people. However, it's not necessarily going to be the magic pill for everyone. Maybe you've experienced this with yourself. You've already tried thiamine. It didn't get you everything that you wanted. And there's a reason for that. So we're going to discuss that in today's video. Let's carry on. The common manifestations of thiamine deficiency are as follows. So the one that was sort of founded and discovered and named as thiamine deficiency originally was beriberi in Japan many years ago for people who were not eating enough pork or meat and eating too many carbohydrates. So they basically caused this deficiency of thiamine by eating a certain way for too long. Nowadays, it's mostly showing up as dysautonomia or POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, especially from, just general toxicity and poor diet, but also from Schmovid and the Schmovid injection. Okay, you probably know what I'm talking about. Those are, widespread. There's way more diagnoses of these conditions, and thiamine deficiency might be at play for a lot of these people. Other manifestations of thiamine deficiency would be neuropathy, small fiber neuropathy, pain and tingling in your extremities, SIBO and other digestive issues, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, Parkinson's, and many, many more chronic illnesses. A really important point that I hope that you take away from this video today is that absorption of all of your nutrition, all nutrients you're getting in from your food and from your supplements, is heavily dependent on two primary major things. The first thing is your oxidation rate, which is essentially how quickly or slowly your engine or your metabolism is running. So we calculate and determine your oxidation rate on a hair test, like you see down here, by comparing two different sets of macro minerals against each other. Calcium and magnesium versus sodium and potassium. Calcium and magnesium are sort of like the brakes on your metabolism, and sodium and potassium are like the gas on your metabolism. So basically, we can see whether you're going really slow because you're braking or going really fast because you got the gas on. If you go too far in either direction, you're going to be in trouble because you can't make energy well if you're braking too much, or you've got the engine revving way too hard. On the left here, we have extreme slow oxidation. We have these elevated levels of calcium and magnesium and very low sodium and potassium levels. This person is not going to be functioning well. In extreme slow oxidation, you'll be feeling sluggish, tired, fatigued. You'll be cold. You won't have very many bowel movements. Fast oxidation is the complete opposite. Very low calcium, magnesium, very high sodium, potassium. This person's going to be feeling really anxious, really, chaotic energy. So we want to find an optimum right in the middle where we're in a mild form of either slow or fast oxidation. We don't want to be on the extremes. So what that looks like on a hair test is like this. We have really good balance between these nutrients. We're not leaning too far in either direction. And that equals a lot of good feeling and benefit for your entire metabolism and your function as a living organism. And the other important piece here is the ratio between sodium and potassium. What this is determining is the electrical potential in all of your cells. So like the sodium to potassium pump, if you've heard of that. This is basically determining whether you have a decent amount of charge on all of your cells on a cellular level and whether things can move in and out of your cells effectively. So when this ratio gets too out of balance, like you see here, ideal is supposed to be around 2.5. These two examples of the ratio are way out of balance. When somebody has a really imbalanced sodium to potassium ratio, they're going to be super inflamed. They'll be very stressed out. They might have emotional volatility. They're going to be all over the place. It's not a good thing. So we want to optimize the sodium to potassium ratio. We want to get it in a good balanced place like you see here, around 2.46. This is a really good place to be. And you feel dramatically different when you have a ratio like this compared to ratios over here. Now, it's also true that having enough of the correct cofactors that are needed for thiamine absorption is also necessary. So you might need magnesium, especially, for example. You probably heard magnesium with thiamine. You need to take both of them together. However, more importantly is the need to balance the oxidation rate and the sodium to potassium ratio, because when you do both of those things, you're basically guaranteeing across the board improved absorption and utilization of all of the elements that you're taking in through your diet and supplements that you need to heal your nervous system, to heal your body, and to function well. So for example, let's say you're in extreme slow oxidation. Your calcium is off the charts. You're in what's known as a calcium shell. There is no way in hell you are going to be using and absorbing thiamine well if you're supplementing a lot of it. There's no way, because you can't function well if your mineral ratios, your oxidation rate, are way out of balance. So what you actually need to solve for, what's more important than taking one awesome supplement like thiamine, is correcting the entirety of your body chemistry using a protocol that takes your entire body chemistry into account. Okay, and we can do that. I'll talk about how we do that here in a second. But first, there's more to this picture. If you have dysautonomia, POTS, neuropathy, or these many other conditions of the nervous system that are typically involving thiamine deficiency, and you take the thiamine, but it's not working, right? What's going on? Something else is harming you and causing the autonomic dysfunction and preventing your brain and your nervous system from healing. So what could that be? It's the metals! It's the heavy metals! It's the dastardly heavy metals. Heavy metals are so poisonous and so disruptive to the nervous system and to the brain that it can actually cause lasting rewiring, like bad rewiring of the limbic system, which is the part of the brain that governs the autonomic nervous system and causes that autonomic dysfunction entirely. So here are a few studies that are actually touching on this. Mercury, for example, will keep the neurotransmitter glutamate active between NMDA receptors in the brain. And what that leads to is chronic fight or flight. You're basically causing a person to be in sympathetic mode way more. And that leads to, sort of sends a person into that state of autonomic dysfunction. And for lead as well, lead is one of the most poisonous heavy metals out there. And it has been shown overwhelmingly to worsen autonomic tone. So you definitely do not want these substances, these metals in your body. And if they get stuck in certain brain regions, they will completely destroy your life, right? That's the bottom line. That's the reality here. And no amount of thiamine supplementation is going to help you get the mercury and lead out of your brain. It'll never happen. As I said before, nothing is more poisonous to your body than heavy metals. Nothing. So your main priority is to get the mercury out of your limbic system, out of your brain. And when you do that, you are really priming yourself to have better autonomic function. You will function better as a living organism when you get the metals out of your body. So how do we get those dastardly heavy metals out? Well, number one is mineral balancing. Mineral balancing is an amazing healing protocol that basically takes your entire body chemistry into account using a hair tissue mineral analysis. We give you a specific healing protocol with different supplements that's individualized for your body chemistry, and that will balance your ratios, balance your oxidation rate. It improves your ability to make energy. And when you have more energy, you can eliminate the metals. And we support this process of mineral balancing by opening up your drainage funnel, making sure that you don't have any bottlenecks in this funnel moving downwards from the cells to your organs, to the lymph, to your liver, and out the gut. That's how we approach this. This is how we support your ability to get rid of the metals. And that is truly going to get you the results that you're looking for. All right, and that is it for this video. I hope you got some value from it. If you're interested in ordering a hair test, or you want to do mineral balancing, or maybe you just want to learn more about mineral balancing, definitely reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. You have my email there, my website there as well, and you can also schedule a free consult with me. The link is in the description below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.